Hey guys, River Rapkins here, composer, singer, producer, reactor as of about a week ago. My channel is full of my own original music and performing, so if you're ever in doubt that I actually know what I'm talking about, feel free to check that out and verify for yourselves. I'd be happy that you listened. My goal with reacting to music is to provide a certain perspective in that I am a creator of music and I want to think about like what the artist was thinking and what their intentions were with the choices that they made in a song. I find that stuff really cool, and I hope that that is the valuable perspective that I can add to this reaction thing that a lot of people are doing. So I really appreciate that in the last video, a bunch of you, well, not a bunch of you, but a couple of you recommended me some songs to check out in the future. I think that's great because part of the reason why I actually wanted to do this at all was because I thought I might end up hearing music that I'd never hear otherwise, which is already going to be the case, and that's awesome. So thank you guys for the suggestions. And one of you, on that subject, one of you suggested Vortex by Jinjer. It's not spelt like, you know, like a pale red-headed person in English, but it's with J instead of G, so that's how I'm gonna pronounce it. Tell me if I'm wrong. And song Vortex. I know you recommended that the video was really cool and I should watch it. I'm not going to here, and I'll tell you why. I am an ADD person. I have trouble splitting my focus, and really, like, I think the goal for this channel is going to be, like, really listening intently on the music, and also reading the lyrics as companion to the music. And I found when I was trying this out, having the video on one screen and the lyrics on another, I was having a lot of trouble maintaining focus on either of them. So for now, I'm not gonna do video reactions. I'm sorry about that. I will definitely check out the video on my own time, but I haven't yet because I wanted to capture a genuine reaction to the song. Okay, ready to go. Audio only, got the lyrics and everything. Let's hit it. So we're in F. A lot of minor second, so probably Phrygian, a very common scale for metal. Nice voice. Great harmonies too. So we're in Phrygian with a raised third, if you're a music nerd. You hear that? It's borrowed from major. The singer is fantastic. The harmonies. Interesting. So they're describing the situation of this man. Sounds pretty dire. His soul is smashed and he's been crushed to the floor by his thoughts. Whoa. Yeah, I love it. That's a 3 against 4 polyrhythm. Dun 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 dun. That must be her screaming because she like eased it in from the singing voice into the screaming voice, so it's got to be her, right? She's got a very low guttural scream for a woman. I mean, I've heard women scream, but she's got like that deep, resonant death metal growl. It's modulated key. That sounded kind of like a chorus. Maybe there is no chorus. We're still in this Phrygian. See, that chord change is just the minor second interval down to the 1 here. Da, da. That's 5/8. Now it's 5/8 over 4/4. Very cool. They're still talking about being weighed down by thoughts. Swirling now. This sounds like an anxiety song. Oh, that's it. Cool. Freaking cool. First I'll kind of work backwards through it. So, you notice there, it's actually the same thing in that Vola song, which I love it when bands do this. There was you heard at that, when the swirl part came in, they were doing 5/8. You know, you could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was like dun 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 dun. But then the drums start doing a simple 4/4 kick, snare over top of that. That's a polymeter, and I think it's really cool because it grooves, even though it's an odd time. You've got two time signatures set against each other. You've got 4/4 in the kick and snare, and the guitar riff is doing a 5/8. That's the kind of nerdy stuff that I love to pick up on. And musically, like I said, it's there were some key changes. I didn't bother tracking them, but it is very, very Phrygian, but with a raised third. It's often kind of referred to as the Egyptian scale, the da 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 da, because instead of your regular Phrygian, which has a minor third, you've got the raised third, which gives it like that weird exotic flavor. It doesn't really sound familiar to us Westerners because it's kind of a hybrid between major and minor, when normally we are one or the other. So that's a great way to build a metal song. No chorus, I don't think. Like I said, I thought that section where she's singing like a feather I travel down and then the vocals scream a spiral staircase, I thought that sounded like a chorus, but it only happened once. So I don't know whether to consider that a chorus or not, because it did have the sense of arrival that you would expect with a chorus, you know, like that. I feel like that's one element of a chorus, but also there's an element, maybe, that it needs to be repeated to be a chorus. Now I'm not actually sure. Maybe it is, maybe just that sense of arrival is enough, but I don't know. That's that's not what you guys came here to hear me ponder about. Like I said, I think I related very hard to these lyrics through the lens of anxiety. I'm looking at the certain lines, like how heavy is the ball, it bends his spine to the ground, so something's weighing on him. And then later it says, how heavy is his thought? So that gets a little more specific. Anxiety is definitely something that can feel like a literal weight pulling you down. And people talk about anxiety a lot as like an increasing spiral, because once you get anxious thoughts, then you get anxious about being anxious, and it's a snake eating its tail, or like it's a swirl that accelerates from its own motion. And they kept screaming swirl at the end. So I'm thinking anxiety. Let me know if I'm wrong. Although, I mean, there's no really right or wrong when it comes to interpreting lyrics, is something I believe. The death of the artist and all of that. Whatever you hear is valid and is there. But let me know if there are different explanations for what she's singing about. Also, driftwood with no strength, no soul, no will. Feeling at the mercy of your mind and these heavy thoughts that are troubling you. A great singer. Love the harmonies. Her singing voice sounds great, and I'm like 99% sure that she is the growler there, because you heard that gradient, which is actually underrated. It's hard to do that. It's hard to I think some people who scream or sing, it's like a very on-off switch, because they are two very different techniques. But there was one part where it went from singing to screaming, and it was like a gradient, increasingly more grit until it was full death growl. And so it sounded like all the same voice. I would bet on that. Very cool band. Thank you very much. Really enjoyed that song, and a lot to chew on as well. So we'll check out the video later, and I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Let me know more cool stuff. Metal is something, like I expressed at the beginning, that I was interested in what's going on with the genre, but I don't care. I'll react to anything. Just put it in front of my face or my ears, and we will judge it. All right. I don't know what I'm talking about. River Rapkins out. Thank you, guys.